Hello, welcome to class 926. 75 more classes. We have 75 classes left to reach the magic number of 1,000. Do you believe in magic? Yes, I believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? Learning English, changing the learning curve is magic. The magic of a good teacher, yes. Good teachers perform magic. They change people's lives. If you have, wow, I love that teacher, my history teacher, I'm going to change. I want to study history in the future. That teacher is the catalyst. That teacher changed the student's life. How? By teaching history really well. Hey, ¿cómo mola el nuevo profe de historia? Puede ser historiador ahora. They change people's lives. And me? Am I changing your life? Have I changed your life? Probably not. I'm not good enough. Okay, here we are today. There's a bottle. Yes, there's a bottle of water over there. On the edge of the table. En el borde. On the edge of the table. Well, see, I'm going to hit the table and make the bottle fall. Watch. No, it's not going to fall. Marta, it's not going to fall. Maybe in a few minutes I'll continue hitting the table to make the bottle fall. You can't see it, but Marta moved it and placed it right on the edge, right justo en el borde, right on the edge of the table. Expressions, are you ready? Page 74, in the middle. To drown your sorrows. Oh, my sorrows and my pains. To drown my sorrows. Yes, ahogar mis penas. En alcohol quizás, to drink. Why do you drink, Richard? I drink to drown, ahogar mis penas. To drown is ahogar en agua. Yes, to drown. Como down, con R intercalada. Bam, drown. Drown. Pero solo en agua. Porque, ay, me ahogo. Oh, me ahogo. No, that's not to drown. That's to suffocate. Sofocar. Me estoy sofocando. I'm suffocating. This room is so stuffy. Es una habitación muy cargada. And I'm suffocating. Me ahogo. Ay, me ahogo. No, it's not to drown. To drown is only in water. Only in water. To drown. Now, the expression to drown your sorrows. Sorrow is pena, dolor. No dolor físico, eso es pain. Me duele el antebrazo. My forearm hurts. It's painful. Painful, doloroso. Pain, it hurts. Duele, por lo tanto es doloroso. O está doloroso. Dolorido, digamos. It's painful. But sorrow is como pena de estar de luto, por ejemplo. It's sorrow. Sorrow. Viene de raíz de sorry. Lo siento, o sea, sentir. Sorrow. Sorrow. W al final. Sorrow. Doble R en medio. And to drown your sorrows is ahogar las penas. Yes. Estaba ahogando sus penas en alcohol en la fiesta de Navidad, el pobre. He was drowning his sorrows at the Christmas party. Poor thing. El pobre, we say, pobre cosa. Poor thing, siempre cosa, como si fuera mi material. Poor thing. He was drowning his sorrows. To drown. To drown. Yes, what famous people have drowned? A very famous Spanish composer drowned in the English Channel, in el Canal de la Mancha. Do you know who drowned? Enrique Granados, el compositor y pianista. Fantastic composer. You remember in the second half of the 19th century, there were there were many, but especially for me, three very good composers. Francisco Tárrega for the guitar, Enrique Granados, piano, but composer, and Albéniz. You know Albéniz? Okay. Albéniz era Catalan, I think. I think he was from Gerona, but I don't remember. But Granados was outstanding. And he and his wife drowned. They were crossing the English Channel, El Canal de la Mancha, in a ship, in a ferry, during the First World War. And a German U-boat, a German submarine, sank the ship, and they drowned. And it was sad because Enrique Granados was afraid of water. He was. He was afraid of drowning, and he drowned. But is it to drown your sorrows? I drown my sorrows with alcohol, which is not true. I don't have any sorrows. I'm fortunate. I don't have any sorrows. Okay, the next one at the bottom of page 74. When the dust settles, muy corriente, when the dust settles, cuando las cosas se calmen, o sea, cuando el polvo se asiente, you know, the dust, and the dust settles. Escrito setle, doble T. Entonces, cuando ya se calmen las cosas, ya tienes perspectiva, you know, when the dust settles. When the dust settles. To settle is a very important verb, to settle. To settle is colonizar. Pero no colonizar conquistando. It's to colonize. To settle is colonizar con asentimientos. Yeah, people go. Nobody. Settle. You build a house. The women always want a kitchen and a bed. Yeah. Cama de matrimonio y cocina is what the women want. Yeah, the men, to kill turkeys, pavos, and, you know, things. But it's different. And the women want children, okay, and así nos controlan. So but settlement. A settlement is un asentimiento. Settlements. But a settlement also es una liquidación comercial. O sea, de un acuerdo final y liquidas las cosas y están en paz. That's a settlement. To settle a debt. Liquidar una deuda. Saldar una deuda. To settle a debt. Settle. Settle down means calmate, calma, baja los humos, Settle down. Calm down. Settle down. Settle down. Or, tienes que asentar la cabeza y casarte y tener familia, formar familia ya. A tu edad, tienes ya 73 años y todavía vive la Virgen. Come on. You need to settle down, get married, buy a house, and have a family. Yes. And contribute to the future of this planet with children. We need children, Yeah. Who's going to pay my pension? Yeah. No, my pension, no problem. But who's going to pay Marta's pension? When the women are having no children now. So when Marta retires, in many years, there's nobody to pay her pension. Yeah. So settle down, get married, buy a house, form a family. But it's so difficult, Richard. It's so difficult. Maybe. Querer es poder. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? When the dust settles. Yes, when the dust settles. Deja que las cosas se calmen un poco antes de decir nada, Let the dust settle a bit before you say anything, No te precipites, Don't jump into the fray too soon. All right, page 75 at the top. To each his own. Para gustos los colores. Bueno, to each his own. A cada uno lo suyo. To each his own. To each their own. Pluralizando. A cada unos lo suyo. To each their own. Yes. Sobre gustos no he escrito. Un poco. To each his own. Yes. You're going to see Elton John? Well, vale. To each his own. ¿Vas a ver Elton John? Bueno, para gustos los colores. ¿Se dice así? All right. Cada uno Every person is different. Yes. Sobre gustos no hay nada escrito. Yeah. To each his own, to each their own. In eager beaver, wow. Eager beaver. Page 75, the second one. Eager beaver, un castor ansioso. Un castor. You don't have beavers in Europe. Beavers are in America. A beaver. Beavers live in families, always. And beavers build dams. Siempre construyen presas. This is very interesting. You're not going to believe me. No me vas a creer, pero lo que voy a decir es verdad. Es cierto. When the weather service predicts an important storm with a lot of rain coming to an area with mountains, the weather service uses beavers to control the water. For example, imagine the Pyrenees, los Pirineos, the Pyrenees. Okay. And the weather service forecasts, pronostica, a very big rainstorm in the Pyrenees, in Huesca, for example. And of course, very big. And the water will flow down very quickly and create flooding, riadas, inundaciones. In order to control the water flow, planes take off. Small planes, Cessnas, small planes fly over the different streams, los riachuelos que bajan. The different streams coming down, and they parachute beavers in cages. Castores, familias de castores en jaulas de madera y paracaídas. And the beaver families float down to the different points on the stream. Every kilometer, a family of beavers is parachuted down in different parts of the mountains, to the streams going down, to the rivers, etc. And the beavers, when they land, they immediately break the wooden cage, of course, and they start building a dam. And so they have, every kilometer, they have about 10 different dams. Beaver dams, yes. And that controls the water flow going down. Suena raro, ¿a que sí? Yeah. Uy, están bajando una jaula de castores. They're coming down. And the beavers have a tail, a flat tail. And when there's danger, they use that tail. All right, beaver. Now, eager is ansioso. But eager is ansioso sin sufrir ansiedad. Anxious también se usa más incluso, anxious. I'm anxious to go. Y normalmente cuando usamos anxious, anxious con X en medio, cuando usamos anxious, I'm anxious to go, anxious, no implica ansiedad tampoco. Se ha cambiado un poco el significado. Anxiety, sí, eso sí es malo. Oh, ansiedad. Okay. But eager means ansioso con anticipación. Ay, ¿cuándo empezamos? I'm eager to start. Come on, Marta, píntame, empecemos. Come on, I'm eager. Eager, escrito eager. Eager beaver es castor ansioso, construyendo sus presas. Eager beaver. ¿Y cómo lo traducen aquí? Un currante entusiasta. Yo soy currante entusiasta. ¿A que sí? A estas alturas de mi vida será posible. You know, es como un perro de 14 años. Hey, toma. Lo has quedado tú. All right. Yeah, eager beaver. An eager beaver. Felipe es un verdadero currante cuando le gusta lo que está haciendo. Bueno, Philip is an eager beaver when he likes what he's doing. Madre mía, ya veo que estás muy entusiasmada. ¿No? Gosh. You're a bit of an eager beaver, aren't you? Yeah, soy un poco entusiasmo. Yeah. Gosh. Gosh es la forma suave de decir God. Como Dios. We say 10. Como lo me caches en 10 y estas cosas. Y la mar salada y cosas así. It's funny things. All right. Eager beaver. Are you an eager beaver for English? I'm an eager beaver. So I'm going to contaminate you with eager beaverness, and you'll be an eager beaver. Okay, the next one, page 75, the third expression. The early bird catches the worm. All right. El pájaro, al que madruga Dios le ayuda, claro. We say el pájaro tempranero apresa el gusano o la lombriz. Porque worm puede ser lombriz, aunque solemos decir earthworm, es el gusano de tierra, earthworm. Yes. The early bird catches the worm. Worm. The early bird catches the worm. And it's true. Al que madruga, Dios le ayuda a largo plazo, a corto no. Yes. If you get up early and get out, you get up and become active earlier than the rest of the people, over a period of 20, 30 years, you have an advantage. Salí con ventaja cada día, al final, paga dividendos. It pays dividends. An early bird, but I know, I agree with this, the early bird catches the worm. So if in my next life, if I'm reincarnated as a worm, si estoy reencarnado como lombriz, I will not get up early. I'll remain sleeping because that early bird catches a different worm, not me. Okay, the early bird catches the worm, and finally, easier said than done. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Yeah. Más fácil dicho que hecho. O sea, del dicho al hecho hay mucho trecho. Yes. That's easier said. Es más fácilmente dicho que hecho. Decimos que that is easier said than done. Easier said than done. Done. Easier said than done. The next one, that's for tomorrow. Or the day after tomorrow. Easy peasy. Easy peasy Japanesey. Eso lo he dicho aquí varias veces. Easy peasy Japanesey, my friends. Easy peasy. But it's easier said than done. Learning English, well, is easier said than done. Easier said than done. All right, my friends. Grammar. Yes. I can't play the guitar as well as Narciso Yepes. I can't play the guitar as well as Andres Segovia. I can't play the guitar as well as Sabicas. Do you know Sabicas? No te suena Sabicas. Paco de Lucia, yes. All right. I can't play the guitar as well as Paco de Lucia. I consider Sabicas the best flamenco guitarists of the 20th century. Carmen Amaya, the bailaora, she said, the only guitarist who can keep up with me is Sabicas. The rest is, Carmen, vas muy rápido. I can't keep up. Keep up is mantenerse con ritmo establecido. I can't keep up with you, Carmen. Carmencita, slow down. But Sabicas, yes. Sabicas. Sabicas was born in Pamplona. Gypsy, gitano, gypsy. And when he was a little boy, he loved habas, comiendo habas. And of course, in Navarre and in the north, dicen cochico, abica, las abicas. And they say, oh, es el niño de las abicas. El niño de las abicas. Y de ahí viene sabicas. So if you go into sabicas, and in YouTube, you can watch him play. Incredible. Incredible guitarist. I can't play the guitar as well as Sabicas. I can't play basketball as well as Michael Jordan. I'm not as tall as Michael Jordan. I'm not as fat as Hardy. Excuse me. I'm not as fat as Hardy was. Hardy. Hardy was. O sea, está muerto. Yes, Hardy is dead. He died a long time ago. And you say, yeah, I'm not as fat as Hardy. Who was Hardy? You know Hardy? No? Okay. El gordo y el flaco. Do you remember? Those two men, yeah. Well, you see, in English, we don't say the fat man and the thin man or skinny man. We say Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy. And that was el gordo y el flaco. Laurel and Hardy. Okay. And Hardy was fat. But I'm not as fat as Hardy was. I'm not as tall as Michael Jordan. I'm not as intelligent as Albert Einstein. And I'm not as fast as Usain Bolt. And I'm not as good a painter as Diego Velázquez. I'm not. As good as well as big as. Madrid isn't as big as Mexico City. Spain isn't as big as Russia. Yes. Valladolid isn't as big as Valencia. Spain isn't as rich as Canada. I'm not as rich as the Rockefeller family. Yeah, etc. How much time do we have, Marta? How much time do we have? We have enough. Not too much, but I'm going to start. As good as bad as big as small as easy as. English, well, German isn't as easy as English. English isn't as hard as German. English isn't as easy, as difficult as German. Yes. Your English isn't as good as mine. My English is better than yours. Yours isn't as good as mine. El tuyo, o sea, tu dominio del inglés. El tuyo no es tan, your mastery of English isn't as good as mine. I'm a native speaker. You're not. All right, gain fluency, my friends. Gain fluency. Page. ¿Qué page? What page? Page 39. At the bottom, the next to last paragraph. Page 39, the next to last paragraph. The city has grown a lot since I came here 15 years ago. Population is close to 3 million people now. When I moved here, it was under 2 million. All right. So, according to this paragraph, I've been living in this city. Sin nombre de la ciudad. I've been living in this city for 15 years. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. According to this paragraph, I've been living here for 15 years. And this city has grown a lot since I came here 15 years ago. This city has grown a lot. ¿Cómo? Grown a lot. Grown a lot. Sí, ha crecido mucho, ¿no? Esta ciudad. This city has... I have un tos tonto, una tos tonta. Okay. This city has grown a lot since the last time I came. Since I came here 15 years ago. Ahora ni atino hablando. This city has grown a lot since I came here 15 years ago. Since I came here, desde que vine aquí. 15 años atrás. 15 years ago. This city has grown a lot. Grown a lot. Grown a lot. Grown a lot since I came here 15 years ago. The population is close to 3 million now. 3 million people now. The population is close to 3 million people now. Casi. 2,980,000. All right. Yeah, the population is close to 3 million now. When I moved here, cuando me trasladé aquí, when I moved here, it was under 2 million. Wow. From 2 million to 3 million in 15 years. Not bad. The city is growing. The city has grown a lot since I came here 15 years ago. The population is close to 3 million people now. When I moved here, it was under 2 million. When I moved here, it was under 2 million. Do you understand? One more paragraph. Look at this picture. Es una imagen. Look at this picture. Can you see the house with the red roof and the black chimney? That's where I grew up. I lived there from age 2 to age 18. Yeah. So, he's showing a picture. I'm showing you a picture. Imagina que es un barrio de una ciudad desde el aire. There's un drone, from a drone. Look at this picture. Can you see the house with the red roof and the black chimney? El tejado rojo con la chimenea de color negro. Can you see the house with the red roof and the black chimney? That's where I grew up. I lived there from age 2 to age 18. And I'll tell you more tomorrow.